The video today is about a video I have seen by a well-known artist. He is an actor, a Syrian actor, who has been, who was asked about the current situation in Syria, and he said, describing it, a cultural term he used. And the cultural term he used, he says, describing the situation there, he says بطاطا كل بطاطا كل واحد يفسرها على كيفه. In other words, well, if we are to translate it literally, it means potatoes. It's all potatoes, or potatoes, all potatoes. Each and every person will interpret this term in their own way. Of course, it's very strange to see. Of course, it's very difficult to know what is meant by the word potato, all potatoes, or potatoes, all potatoes, describing the situation in Syria. If somebody is actually trying to interpret the word potatoes, it is a cultural term to mean that it's a mess, it's a concoction, it's a mayhem. But then, of course, I mean, how can you, when he says each and every one will explain this term the way they want, in their own way, or interpret this expression or this saying in their own way, potatoes, all potatoes, this is something that is quite interesting, which has attracted my attention. And of course, he's trying to be not stating or committing himself to a specific, clear declaration. Rather, he wants not to commit himself. But at the same time, it's well known that potato is just a mess. It's a mash. It's a mishmash, for example. You can call it a mishmash. You can call it concoction. Concoction means that you put everything with everything else, which is a mix, and it's not clear what is in there. So that is his view of what the situation is, and of course he would receive a lot of criticism because he is not approving of what's happening in Syria after the ousting the previous president, or the ex-president. So he's because he was pro-government of that or pro-regime, which is really sad to see that all these massacres that's happened, as we have seen in some of the prisons. So basically, the word potatoes, all potatoes, is leaving the interpretation to the viewer. And I will put in, I have at the beginning of this video, the actual, what I feel is a translation of this expression. I just say potatoes, all potatoes, but of course you need to explain what is meant by that, which is that it is a mayhem or concoction, or a mess, or a mishmash. I think the best one for this is mishmash. Mishmash means that it is a mixed, very odd mixture of things in the mishmash. I hope that this term that I've explained to you today, which I find very interesting and very open to any kind of interpretation by the person who reads it, an Arab person who reads it, especially if the person is of a Syrian origin, because it's rather difficult for non-speaker of Arabic to know what is meant by بطاطا كل بطاطا كل واحد يفسرها على كيفه. Thank you.